Have an hour to turn. What? Damn, he's all the way up there. Took 8k prisoners. What? Do you know how many 8,000 people are? That's not even that long ago. What, like 200 years ago? Well, you have a vid? Yeah, I'll watch it. I fuck with history. Nelson's battle in 3D. Trafalgar. Alright.
An epic history. Drakenfell collaboration. In 1792,
we'll watch a little bit.
The French Revolution sparked a European conflict that would last a generation. A struggle for mastery of Europe and the world. A contest fought on land and sea.
It's the British against the Spanish and the
war
French.
Of shifting alliances, the most enduring rivalry
I heard
was between France and Britain.
The Britain used to
Britain
own
could not
a third of the
challenge
world.
France on land, but at sea,
It's quite mental.
it was a different matter. Britain's Royal Navy was as dominant on the waves as Napoleon was to prove on land. And in an age when Britain had many skilled naval commanders, one
we used to
stood
own
out
the
above
waters.
the rest. Horatio Nelson. Bold, inspiring, and brilliant. For the British, he'd become a national hero and legend. These are the stories
the name
of his
Nelson.
greatest battles.
The Nelson's battles, Trafalgar, 1805. Never mind manoeuvres, always go at them. Nelson's the captain, Thomas Cochrane. Palomar, what does it say?
1805.
Palomar, 1798.
1805. The short peace between Britain and France has collapsed, and the two rivals are at war once more.
Well, look at the map. Hold on. Great Britain still own this. The Holy Roman Empire owns all of this. What the fuck? How? I thought they started in the Austrian Empire. Germany not united yet, right? Okay. Prussia. Never knew this was a country. Russian and Prussian. Denmark, Sweden, Norway, all good. And the Ottoman Empire. Spain and Portugal are still good. Apparently Italy's only owns this.
Russia and Austria have formed a new alliance, known as the Third Coalition. Napoleon renews the French alliance with Spain. The newly crowned Emperor of the French is determined to finally defeat Britain, the nation that bankrolls the alliances against him.
Is this? Am I going to learn why everyone hates the French?
Decimates French overseas trade and blockades her ports. He has assembled a large invasion force on the Channel coast. His battle-hardened troops will make short work of the British, if he can control the Channel long enough to land them safely. The British Navy outclasses the French in number of ships and skill, but it cannot be everywhere at once. So Napoleon will use one of his favorite military principles, concentration of force, to secure temporary dominance at the decisive point. French and Spanish squadrons, scattered in numerous ports,
Was it
brought
2v1?
together to form a giant combined fleet to take on the British. The Emperor gives command of the first phase of this mission to Admiral Pierre Villeneuve. Villeneuve had joined the Navy as a 14-year-old trainee officer and seen service in the American War of Independence. A supporter of the French Revolution, he was one of the few aristocratic officers to remain in naval service.
They were trying to come into
and was
Scotland.
promoted to Rear Admiral. In 1798, he commanded the 80-gun Guillaume Tell at the Battle of the Nile. His was one of the few ships to escape that disaster. He was later captured when Malta fell to the British, but was released when peace was declared. In 1804, the commander of the French Mediterranean fleet dies of a heart attack, and Villeneuve replaces him with the rank of Vice Admiral.
Yo, W promotion.
In temperament, Villeneuve could not be more unlike Nelson. In 1805, he writes to the Minister of the Navy, "You will be so good as to recall that I have not asked for command of this squadron. What is more, I have always sought a practical and useful career, as opposed
One
to
of the
one
ships from the
filled
battle
with
still exists. I
glory."
want to visit it someday. It's in Portsmouth. Hold on.
On the 30th of March, 1805, following the Emperor's orders, Admiral Villeneuve sails from Toulon with 11 ships of the line, slips past Nelson's blockading force, and joins up with 6 Spanish ships and a further French
massive.
ship off Cadiz.
That
Now
looks
with
well
18
built.
ships, Villeneuve sets off on a 5-week crossing of the
HMS
Atlantic.
Victory.
On arrival in the French West Indies, he links up with another 2 French ships under Rear Admiral Magon.
This one.
The British, meanwhile, are in disarray.
Jesus.
When Nelson lost track of Villeneuve, he
Holy
guessed the
shit.
French were heading back to Egypt and raced off in pursuit. He reaches Alexandria before he realizes his mistake. So he doubles back and sets course for the West Indies, a full month behind Villeneuve. Nelson makes the crossing in just 4 weeks, but misses Villeneuve by a matter of days, who sails back to Europe on the 8th of June. But then, a lucky break for the British. Nelson sends a
18
fast-sailing
guns.
ship to carry his reports back to England. And by sheer good chance,
I don't know why you need
it
18
spots
guns.
Villeneuve's fleet in the Atlantic.
Imagine you're on this warship and you see this. What do you even do? Surely you just turn around, you're
Their
not fighting
course
that.
is not back to the Med, as Nelson had assumed, but more northerly, towards the Channel. Vice Admiral Calder, with 15 ships of the
Exactly,
line,
you just dip
is
after
put
that,
on
there's
high
no way.
alert, and on the 22nd of July, he intercepts Villeneuve off Cape Finisterre. In confused fighting, in heavy fog, the British capture 2 Spanish ships.
Oh,
But
the
Calder
cannons,
fails to
right.
prevent Villeneuve reaching the Spanish port of Ferrol.
But even then, like, surely you can't load the 18 cannons.
The French
I mean, I
admiral
suppose if you have
then
18
makes a
guys,
fateful
yeah, you
decision.
probably could.
His orders are clear. Proceed to Brest and then on to the Channel. But reports of ships to the north persuade him that he is about to be attacked by Britain's powerful Channel fleet. His ships, battered by Atlantic gales and battle, cannot fight again without repairs.
500
So he
crewmen.
retreats
Jesus
to
Christ.
Cadiz. Here he is soon
Now,
blockaded
how many ships did Britain
by a
have?
growing
What the
number
fuck?
of British ships. Napoleon is furious when he receives this news. Villeneuve does not possess the strength of character to command a frigate, he tells the naval minister. It is nearly autumn, and a cross-channel invasion is now impossible. Villeneuve has failed him, and Napoleon must look for other ways to defeat the British. In
1815.
late August, Napoleon's troops
That's
break
not even that long ago. What, like 200 years ago?
camp at Boulogne and march off to face the Austrians and Russians
literally
on the Danube. In the
not long
meantime,
at
he
all.
sends orders to Admiral Villeneuve to sail into the Mediterranean, where he is to support French operations in Italy.
I think it's crazy to think 200 years ago
But his Franco-Spanish
fighting at the
combined
sea
fleet
with cannons.
is not in good shape.
and now we have
It is
AI.
short of supplies and men,
Like
and
what?
blockaded by a powerful British force, now commanded by Admiral Nelson.
What are we going to have in the next 200 years?
Villeneuve decides to stay put. But when Napoleon informs him that he is being replaced as commander, the French admiral is finally
I think that's
stung
scary
into
to think
action.
about.
On the 18th of October 1805, he orders the Franco-Spanish fleet to put to sea. Admiral Villeneuve's combined fleet consists of 33 ships of the line, 18 French and 15 Spanish. Admiral Villeneuve's flagship is the 80-gun Bucentaur. The Spanish contingent is led by Admiral Gravina aboard Príncipe de Asturias of 112 guns.
Príncipe de Asturias.
Nelson had been waiting for the enemy with 34 ships of the line, but has
136 on this one.
Just had to send 6 to Gibraltar for resupply and refit. Vice Admiral
Whoa. This is French and Spain, their army, their full army, right? This is only Britain's, and they have one extra ship.
Aboard HMS Prince of Wales, is sent home to face a court-martial for his lackluster performance at Cape Finisterre.
True.
So Nelson's now slightly outnumbered, 27 ships against 33, though he has 3 powerful first rates. His own flagship Victory, Britannia, and Vice Admiral Collingwood's Royal Sovereign.
But I heard Britain did a lot of bad things.
Accompanied by several frigates for scouting and relaying messages.
We ruled a lot, but to rule a lot, you need to do a lot of bad things.
On paper, the Royal Navy is heavily outgunned, but the British know they can rely on superior seamanship and faster gunnery to even the odds. After 8 weeks,
that's crazy.
Cadiz,
imagine getting pulled up and you just get a
back
drive-by by a boat. Like, what?
He's given his
They
own
shoot
captains
100 cannons
little
at you.
warning of their sudden departure, and has set sail in unfavourable light winds.
Or 50 on each side.
As they crawl south along the Spanish coast, they are spotted by British frigates.
These ships are massive.
They relay news of the enemy's departure to Nelson and the British fleet, patrolling 40 miles
I told
offshore.
you he's going to sleep, but you left the call before I told you.
Nelson immediately sets course to intercept.
Yo, watch the video.
What?
Yo, watch this video.
On the morning of the 21st of October.
Britain, mate.
You watching what?
Not watching that fucking bullshit, mate.
Okay. No worries.
Villeneuve's fleet is about 10 miles northwest of Cape Trafalgar,
That's IRL type
bound
shit.
for the Straits of Gibraltar.
You know, Britain had the same amount of ships as Spain and France combined.
From the northwest,
They had more.
Villeneuve faces a dilemma. He considers running for the Mediterranean or facing the British in battle.
Oh, really? Trafalgar Days all over
He orders
this
the fleet
battle.
to reverse
I
course
may be saying that wrong.
and sail back to Cadiz.
Trafalgar.
This abrupt
Trafalgar.
change in course, combined with light winds and many inexperienced crews, causes the combined fleet's formation to become extremely ragged. It now forms a rough crescent, stretching over 5 miles of sea. Psychologically and tactically, Villeneuve's fleet is already on the back foot.
Surely you do this. If I was in this time, I would put a ship here, and build a triangle. Like this. And then you just kinda, like, say this is the borders. You just kinda poke in. Is that not a better tactic?
The contrast with the British fleet could not be starker. Nelson's crews are eager for battle.
Trafalgar.
He has devised a bold plan
Trafalgar.
to ensure
Trafalgar
a
Day.
decisive action.
What games do you play, chat?
By 11 AM, the British fleet
Gamble
is
on
formed
robots,
up for battle, and closing with Villeneuve
Oh,
as fast as
shit.
the light breeze will allow. Nelson had decided on a basic plan of attack weeks earlier. The orthodox tactic at this time would be to line up his fleet alongside
Oh, look at
the
this.
enemy
He's got
and
double.
trade broadsides with them.
This might be the
But
tactic.
Nelson believes these
2
methods
rows.
too often lead to an indecisive outcome.
And then maybe surround.
Instead, he has decided on the bold but not unprecedented tactic
No way.
of attacking in 2 columns.
Interesting
These will
tactic.
pierce the enemy line and split their fleet into sections, to be overwhelmed and defeated in close action
Interesting.
before the enemy's vanguard can double back to help. The major drawback is that during the approach, the lead British ships of each column will come under heavy fire, while being completely unable to fight back. Naturally, Nelson decides he himself will lead one column aboard HMS Victory. The other will be led by Vice Admiral Collingwood aboard HMS Royal Sovereign.
Okay.
W. Nelson.
As the British ships begin their approach, Nelson asks that a signal be sent to the fleet.
I think I just paid 50k.
England confides that every man
Nelson's
will do
locked
his
in.
duty. For ease of signalling, it becomes England expects that every man will do his duty.
Okay, so there's someone
Light winds
set here.
mean the 2
True.
British columns creep forward at around 3 knots, not much more than walking speed. The lead British ships will be under fire for a tense 45 minutes before they reach the enemy line.
45 minutes.
The gunfire starts at noon, with the French 74 Fougue firing ranging shots towards Royal Sovereign.
Okay, there's no way they're gonna reach. There's just a waste of cannons.
Gradually,
Lock or
gunfire
hide,
from
right,
the
okay.
combined fleet builds to a steady
At
thunder.
first I thought it said cock or hide.
I'll do that to mute. He's just yapping in the call.
The French and Spanish gun crews lack practice, and their ships are side on to the wind, increasing the roll.
Let's see.
So most of their
Look at the
shots
cannonballs. They're all
miss their
missing.
mark.
Why would you even waste that? You're not gonna hit
A new
from
signal
2 miles
flies
away,
up
3 miles,
Victory's
4 miles.
mizzenmast. Engage the enemy more closely.
Oh, they got signals.
It will remain there until later shot away. As the range closes, the French and Spanish gunners begin to land more and more shots on target.
Hold on.
The sails of HMS Victory and Royal Sovereign are peppered by round shot. Spars are knocked down. Victory's ship's wheel is hit and destroyed.
We've got impact.
Casualties steadily mount.
Not good. Not good at all.
Twice, British ships try to overtake Victory to protect Nelson, but he orders them back into position. Nelson intends to break the enemy
Oh, they're
line
getting closer.
at Villeneuve's flagship, the Bucentaur. Targeting the enemy commander is part of his
They're splitting
ruthless
them.
approach.
They're splitting them
But
here.
the enemy's ragged formation and a lack
This
of
guy- what is this guy doing?
identifying means he has to guess which is Villeneuve's flagship. Fortunately, he guesses right, and around 12:30, HMS Victory is poised to
Where's
break
that
the line
remote?
just astern of Bucentaur. But
2
it's
seconds.
Collingwood's fast-sailing Royal Sovereign to the south that will break the line first. The British have held their fire during their long approach. They've been under attack for half an hour, with
Fuck
no way
that.
to fight back. That's about to change.
How can they not
Every
fight back?
British gun is double-shotted,
Oh,
loaded with 2 rounds. Now, as HMS Royal Sovereign passes the Spanish first-rate Santa Ana, she fires a massive, raking broadside into her stern. Several minutes later, HMS Victory passes astern of Bucentaur. She delivers a devastating broadside that cripples Villeneuve's flagship and kills or injures almost half its crew.
what? Half?
Despite these 2 powerful blows, the lead British ships are, for the moment, hugely outnumbered and in real danger. Collingwood's Royal Sovereign is under fire from all directions. The second ship of his column, HMS Belle-Isle, has been completely demasted. HMS Mars is also taking punishing fire. HMS Victory has got tangled up with Redoutable, which has a strong complement of French Marines.
Oh, the ship's called that.
In intense, close quarters fighting, the isolated British vanguard must hang on until the rest of their ships can join the action.
Bring the action. No captain can do it very wrong if he places his ship alongside that of an enemy. Vice Admiral Nelson, 10th of October.
After 20 precarious minutes,
W.
British ships are arriving one by one to join the battle. They pile into the disordered enemy formation, unleashing double-shotted broadsides to devastating effect.
Fuck all that.
Victory now receives much-needed support from Téméraire. As successive British ships enter the fray, a mass brawl develops. It's exactly what Nelson wants, the enemy unable to escape and pummeled at close range. Meanwhile, Admiral Dumanoir's Franco-Spanish vanguard has begun an agonizingly slow turn to try to rejoin the battle. But it will be more than
How
an
long
hour
does it take?
before they're
An
in position.
hour to turn what? Surely you just turn the flags and go fuck it.
64-gun
Put the handbrake down.
had earlier become separated from the British fleet. Her captain,
The winds were light.
now deliberately misinterprets Nelson's order to withdraw to safety. Instead, he charges straight into the battle from the north. HMS Africa sails alone past the entire enemy vanguard, trading broadsides all the way. Then she joins the attack on the giant Santissima Trinidad of 136 guns.
Jesus.
Victory and Redoutable are now locked in a brutal, close-quarters slugging match. British guns smash the French hull to splinters,
Fuck
while
me.
Redoutable's crew assemble on deck to board Victory.
Oh my god, they're on the wee dinghies.
At this crucial moment, HMS Téméraire appears on Redoutable's starboard side and blasts her deck with grape shot.
I'm sorry, what shot? Great.
The French boarding party is mown down. All three ships become locked together
That's crazy.
and drift into another French ship.
What is grape
Fuga.
shot?
Some French and Spanish ships, like Admiral Magon's Algeciras, have used their time in port to train their crews for boarding and close-quarter combat. It makes them dangerous foes in close action.
It's like a shotgun. Oh, okay.
But time and again, just as a French or Spanish ship forms a boarding party, a British ship emerges through the smoke to sweep their deck with grape shot. Superior British
That definitely
gunnery
messes up a
is
boat.
slowly grinding down the enemy.
They're all loaded with grape shot. Oh, it's GG.
One by one, the first French and Spanish ships haul down their colours as a sign of their surrender.
Wow.
At the height of the battle, a French sniper
I never knew they did
perched
that.
high on Redoutable's mizzenmast spots the British commander on
They
the
had
quarterdeck of
snipers.
HMS Victory. Nelson is easily distinguished by his bright decorations, which, against advice, he has refused to remove. Now, he is struck by a single musket ball, which plunges into his shoulder and down through his spine.
No.
They finally succeeded, Nelson exclaims. I am dead.
Wow.
He is carried below for medical treatment, where he's brought frequent reports on the progress of the battle. It is now 3 hours since battle was joined.
W.
To
Nelson
the
for
south,
taking the
the
hit,
French
man.
74 Achille, under fire from multiple
Okay,
ships,
what have you just
has
said?
caught fire. While to the north,
Yo.
Dumanoir's vanguard is finally in position to join the battle. But only Intrépide makes a determined attack. The other ships fire a few
Yeah, I'm just gonna ban him
ineffective
from my chat,
long-range
'cause
shots, then veer away rather than
that's
engage
crazy.
the British in close action. One captured Spanish crew, witnessing this conduct, is so enraged that they offer to open fire on their supposed allies. But the French ships soon slip out of range. They can see that Villeneuve's fleet is beaten. More than a dozen French and Spanish ships have now surrendered. Those that can are escaping. The news reaches Nelson, who hovers between life and death on the orlop deck of HMS Victory. He knows the end is near. He whispers to his old friend and comrade, Captain Hardy, "Take care of my dear Lady Hamilton, and then kiss me, Hardy." A few moments pass. "Thank God I have done my duty," Nelson murmurs, and dies soon after.
What? He's so fucked up. He looks ill. I thought he would just insta-died a musket.
Edge of the battle, the fires aboard Achille reach her grand magazine. The ship is obliterated in an enormous
The battle
explosion
continues. He may be
that
dead, but
kills half
the
her
battle
crew
fucking continues.
instantly. This spectacular, bloody event proves the final act of a battle that has claimed 5,000 lives. And it is now clear that it has been a total and decisive British victory. Of the 33 French and Spanish ships under Villeneuve's command, 17 have been captured and 1 destroyed. And though several British ships are badly damaged, none have been lost. The casualties are similarly one-sided. Admiral Villeneuve is among several thousand prisoners taken by the British. He is allowed to return to France.
Are these like Britain took these prisoners, or are these prisoners that they own from Britain?
British.
Because that's mental if Britain have took this many, killed that many, wounded this many, and took 8k prisoners.
Admiral
What?
Villeneuve is among several
Do
thousand
you know how many
prisoners
8,000
taken
people
by
are?
the British. He is allowed to return to France, but 6 months later
That's
he is
crazy.
dead. By suicide or murder remains unclear. The Spanish commander, Admiral Gravina, escapes the battle, but dies of his wounds 6 months later. While for the British, victory is tainted by the loss of their own brilliant, talismanic commander.
What Nelson had did not acquire, it was a gift from nature. Napoleon on Saint
As
Helena.
he lay dying, Nelson's last order to the fleet had been to drop anchor, fearing
Interesting.
bad weather. He was not wrong. A ferocious Atlantic storm soon develops, battering the victorious fleet and its
That would
many
wreck a
prizes.
ship.
The
Yep.
gales howl for days, causing chaos and scattering battle-damaged ships across miles of ocean.
Fuck all
The
that.
French and Spanish
surely-
take advantage, trying to retake some of their captured ships.
Fuck
French
fighting in
frigates
that.
recapture the Spanish first-rate Santa Ana. 4 captured crews rise up against their British captors and retake their own ships. But 3 of these are driven ashore and wrecked. Despite immense efforts, the British save only 4 of their 17 captured prizes.
Ooh.
The rest are burned or lost to the storm, which probably claims more French and Spanish lives than the battle itself.
Wow. It's Mother Nature.
For the French, there seems no end to the bad news. 2 weeks later, Admiral Dumanoir and his 4 French ships which had escaped the battle are intercepted by Captain Strachan's squadron off Cape Ortegal.
This is another battle.
All 4 French ships are captured. For the British, it caps a remarkable fortnight of naval triumphs.
What? How are they capturing it on Spanish borders? What is going on? We do not know whether we should mourn or rejoice. The country has gained the most splendid and decisive victory, but it has been dearly purchased. The Times newspaper, 7th of November.
Admiral Nelson's body.
Spain was pretty weak at the time. Oh, okay. Is that why they teamed up with French?
Preserved in a cask of brandy, lashed to the mainmast.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He becomes the first non-royal to receive a state funeral.
They probably didn't have a choice. The French probably.
Marlborough, 83 years earlier.
Were like, you help us or we kill you.
For 3 days, his body lies in state in the painted hall of Greenwich Hospital, where it is visited by thousands.
Wow.
Then he is moved by river to St. Paul's Cathedral, where the funeral procession includes 32 admirals, 189 carriages, and thousands of troops.
What is
Nelson's
this?
coffin,
I've never seen anything like
from
this.
The French warship L'Orient is placed in a sarcophagus in the cathedral crypt.
No, it's not. This is where the... I'm pretty sure the funeral was here for the Queen. This is the exact place the Queen's funeral was.
In the cathedral crypt. News of Trafalgar takes 4 weeks to reach Napoleon near Vienna.
There's a Trafalgar Square in London.
Great victory over the Russians and Austrians at Austerlitz. But of the 2 famous battles of 1805, Trafalgar will have far greater consequences.
Oh, is there? I've never been to London.
Is one of the most crushing victories in naval history.
Wow.
It did not save Britain from invasion.
Well,
That
Big
danger
Ben
had already passed. But the sheer scale of victory ensured British supremacy at sea was unchallenged for the remaining 10 years of the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon had to look for other means to defeat the British, a path that would lead him into grave errors and pave the way for his own eventual defeat. For Britain, the naval dominance secured at Trafalgar would underpin her imperial power throughout the 19th century, an age she dominated as the world's leading global empire. The Royal Navy would not face a serious challenge at sea until the Battle of Jutland, more than a century later.
Oh shit. Damn, he's all the way up there.
Is improving the quality of videos you're seeing online, or the opposite.
Nah, that's a good video.
Perhaps like us, you've seen a flood of new documentaries
So the end.
with derivative scripts.
Thank you very much, Miso. That was a good video.
Wildly inaccurate
That is
imagery.
mental. I can't believe they built that big a thing for him. I mean, I guess he deserves it.